is March 31st. It's the end of the month. We're on pages 58 and 59. It's the science article. And today is day 2 of our article on fire rainbows called Why You Probably Haven't Seen a Fire Rainbow.
没错，我们今天要继续介绍火彩虹。那我们昨天呢，简单介绍了一下火彩虹，它其实不是彩虹，对不对？基本上我们会知道说，它在形成的话有一些特定的条件，你要在这个对应的一些纬度啦，然后大气的条件。我们上次还有学到另外一个非常难的字 ，atmospheric conditions， 就是指大气
circumhorizontal arc，
超级难的智慧，对不对？我们有提到说它到底怎么样的情况下有机会看到，然后它的话是在因为这个阳光穿过了这种比较扁平的卷云里面的这种冰晶，然后之后这个出来这种折射的现象才看到的。那我们今天呢要特别去细讲一下我们昨天提过的一些细节哦。
Let's hear our article, and when we come back, we got paragraph 1.
Why you probably haven't seen a fire rainbow. Fire rainbows are rare because several specific conditions must take place at the same time. The height of the sun, the type of cloud, and the geographical location all play key roles in their formation. The first important factor is the position of the sun in the sky. Only when the sun is 58 degrees or higher above the horizon can a fire rainbow appear. When the sun reaches this angle, its light passes through the ice crystals in just the right way to produce the colorful effect. This requirement rules out regions located beyond 55 degrees north or south latitude, where the sun never climbs that high. Fire rainbows are thus more likely to be seen in places like Australia, New Zealand, and the southern United States, especially in summer when the sun reaches a higher point in the sky. Another essential factor is the presence of cirrus clouds, which are composed of flat, hexagon-shaped ice crystals and are found at high altitudes. When the sun is at the right position, its light refracts through these crystals and creates the unique rainbow-colored band. Although fire rainbows most often occur around midday in summer, they remain difficult to spot. Their rarity makes them all the more impressive when they do appear.
Okay, surprise quiz time, everybody. Can you say it with me? Let's look at our subtitle. Not your typical, conventional, regular rainbow. Could you say all 3 of those yet?
没错，要特别念一下哦。这个 typical, conventional, regular.
Regular, 第三个吗？
第三个是什么
？Regular is the regular easy one.
Yeah, 没错，大概就这几个，你要把它念到熟，就是那种一般我们常见的意思。
And the opposite is what? Irregular, IR, unconventional, and atypical. Oh, English is so easy, bro. Here we go. Paragraph 1. Fire rainbows are rare because several specific conditions must take place at the same time. When we have specific conditions, that means it can't just be like 随便. It needs A, B, and C if you're going to have a fire rainbow. These are clearly defined.
Clearly defined 就是特别很清楚的被定义的。所以在这个地方，我们第一句话告诉你说 ，Fire rainbows are rare 就是很稀少、很罕见 ，because several specific conditions，specific 就是很明确的一些条件 ，conditions 条件 must take place。Take place means happen or occur， 我们昨天有学到 occur 这个字的用法，在这个地方我们换了一个字，叫做 take place， 这个片语就是指发生 at the same time， 很多特定的条件一起发生了，才会出现火彩虹。
Specific and conditions are both very useful words. I don't know if you feel they are good words to learn, but 赶快背起来. You will see specific and conditions or situations many times when you read magazines at a little bit higher level. The height of the sun, the type of cloud, and the geographical location all play key roles in their formation. So let's look at the word height. And everybody thinks this is a really hard word. Bro, no, it's just the word high, H-I-G-H. 你去那个 E, 去掉 T, it's high. 那现在你加 E, 你加 T, and 这个是高度, height. This is an easy word.
没错，所以要特别注意一下这个 height 这个字呢。其实你只要把 I fly so high 那个 high 记得，然后再加上一些对应的字，这样就可以了。老师这个记法非常非常简单哦。他这边这句话说 The height of the sun， 好，太阳的高度啊 ，the type of cloud， 然后还有云的种类，我们不是要说那种平的那种卷云吗 ？And the geographical location， 你的地理位置呢？ all play key roles in their formation. Play key roles in something 就是在什么东西里面扮演重要的角色。后面这个字 formation， 我们之前有在昨天的那个第3段还是第4段里面有提到，他说到这个火彩虹 fire rainbows form when blah 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 blah。form 就是形成的动词，这边的 formation 就是它的名词哦。
Very nice. A key role means a big, important part. So earlier this month, Anthony and I talked about the Lord of the Rings, and you talked about the ring bearer, Frodo, right?
Right.
And he has a key role in that story. If you don't have Frodo, you don't have the Lord of the Rings. A key role is a very important part. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we've got paragraph 2. Okay, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 58 and 59. Do you have your pencil ready? We love to write in our magazines. Let's begin paragraph 2. The first important factor is the position of the sun in the sky. So your position and your location are pretty much the same word. Please circle paragraph 1 location and draw an arrow to position.
没错，所以在这边我们看到的 position 指的就是位置。那我们跟第一段里面所出现的 location， 这个事实上它的意思是很相近的哦。所以以后今天这个位置也好，或是地理位置也好，都会用到 location、position 这样的概念。我们可以把它圈起来之后，画一条线，把它连在一起，去联想一下。所以我们看下第二段第一句话，它告诉你说 ，the first important factor 这个字的意思呢，就是指因素。第一项重要的因素呢 ，is the position of the sun in the sky， 在天空中太阳的位置扮演了重要的因素。
Only when the sun is 58 degrees or higher above the horizon can a fire rainbow appear. So 58 degrees. So we're thinking 90 degrees. That's 45. So it's kind of like that, right? So I don't know. Get your protractor out.
拿出点量角器这样子。
So horizon is a very nice word if you like to go out to the mountains and you like to look at the sunrise or the sunset. Maybe you go to the beach and the ocean. You have the horizon. Be careful. This is H-O-R-I. But we don't say horizon. I don't even know how you would try to say that. It's horizon because 那个第一个音节是schwa，它没有被加长，这个母音会不标准，小心 ，it's gonna 发
没错 ，horizon 这个字的意思呢，就是指这种地平线。好，在这里的话 ，the horizon 指的就是地平线。如果说今天呢，你要讲到说，讲到 travel can broaden your horizons， 要加上 s 的时候，就会是你的视野或是你知道的这种知识的界限，那时候会加 s。但平常的时候，我们讲 the horizon 就是那条地平线。所以你看这句话很特别哦，它是用 only when 带头的。only when 带头的话，后面会出现一个倒装的情况。我们仔细来找找看。他说 only when the sun is 58 degrees or higher above the horizon.Can a fire rainbow appear? 你帮我把 can a fire rainbow 给圈起来。你看这个助动词跑到主词 a fire rainbow 的前面了，这就是我所谓的倒装句。那是因为前面用了 only when。那你今天如果前面把 only 拿掉，变成 when the sun is 58 degrees or higher above the horizon， 然后逗号，你会说 a fire rainbow can appear， 这时候它就不会倒装了，所以这个地方有特别的一个倒装句，要麻烦注意一下下。
That's very clear.
Yeah.
When the sun reaches this angle, its light passes through the ice crystals in just the right way to produce the colorful effect. And this makes sense if you've ever played with like little crystals of yourself. You know that you have to kind of turn it so you can get the light to go through.And then the color spreads out into the rainbow. And how do we remember the rainbow colors, boys and girls? Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv， 好，我大家慢慢把它记起来啊。Roy G. Biv，OK， 我会记得红橙黄绿蓝靛紫的顺序，外国人是这样子去记的哦。所以在这边我们来看一下刚刚讲的这句话 ，When the sun， 好的，太阳呢？reaches this angle， 一旦到了这个角度 ，angle 这个角度，好，不要把它拼成 angel，OK， 好，它那个 l 再拼 e， 这个要特别小心。Its light passes through the ice crystals in just the right way to produce the colorful effect。可以说 effect 都可以，它呢就是这个光呢能够通过冰晶，用正确的方式、正确角度。就能创造出 produce 制造出 the colorful effect， 就是指能够那种有出现那种色彩缤纷的效果，所以这个 effect 这个字就是效果的意思。
So when did we talk about the blood moon yesterday, right? So I was just thinking that this article, if you studied that blood moon article, a lot of that idea, like a jiaodu and the light passes through the atmosphere.Dude, this is like so much of the same idea from then and here.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why you really want to study, even if it kind of feels like, oh, it's not useful today. You never know when you're going to talk about this again. And the blood moon article was from a few months ago. Really, this is like the same idea. Just 这个不一样的影响, right?
没错。
But those same words, I'm like, wow, it's so useful. I'm so happy I studied these weird blood moon words because here we are with the fire rainbow.
Yeah.
And I understand your Chinese, that some very specific words so much better. Boys and girls, you got to just keep this. This guy's a good teacher.
Wow, thank you.
This requirement rules out regions located beyond 55 degrees north or south latitude, 这个 T 会发的 latitude, where the sun never climbs that high. Please circle latitude. We're going to see a similar word later.
Yeah, OK， 我们来看这句话也很难哦。This requirement， 这个 requirement 这个字是来自于 require 就是要求嘛，所以说这边讲到 the requirement，this requirement 指的是这样的必要的要求的这个条件呢 ，rules out， 好，就是排除掉了 regions located beyond 55 degrees north or south。Latitude 指的是纬度，好，纬度，它就自动排除掉了这个55，好，北纬55或南纬55超过的区域，所以56、57、58，不好意思，对不起，你们没有机会看到火彩虹，好，因为这个原因告诉你 ，where the sun never climbs that high， 因为在那个地方的话呢，这个太阳不会到这么高的高度。
So when we rule something out that we are certain or sure something can't happen. So the police might rule somebody out of a crime because they know where that person was when the crime happened. Oh, it can't be this person. We can rule them out. We know where the person was. Fire rainbows are thus more likely to be seen in places like Australia, New Zealand, and the southern United States, especially in summer when the sun reaches a higher point in the sky. Okay, so Australia and New Zealand, I was like, okay, I understand that. The southern United States was surprising to me.
OK， 所以在这边的话，我们告诉你说，那好，到底哪里可以看到呢？他就跟你讲了，他说 ，Fire rainbows are thus， 因此呢 ，are thus more likely to be seen in places like， 还是说比较有机会在下列这些地方被看见 ，like Australia 澳洲、New Zealand 纽西兰 and the Southern United States。好，这个 Southern United States， 老师觉得说，哇，原来这个美国南方也可以看得到，这倒是让人出乎意料。他说 ，especially in summer， 尤其是在夏天的时候 ，when the sun reaches a higher point in the sky。因为那个时候在夏天呢，太阳会升得比较更高，更有机会看到火彩虹。
All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 3. Okay, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're talking about the very specific conditions that must take place to see a fire rainbow. And we talked about the sun needs to be 58 degrees in the sky above the horizon. And you can see them in Australia or New Zealand. And let's see our next essential factor. Another essential factor is the presence of cirrus clouds, which are composed of flat, hexagon-shaped ice crystals and are found at high altitudes. Now, I want you to circle this word. This word is related with DR Duanda, latitude. But be careful here. 我们有那个 T's, right? Remember with latitude, I told you we don't say the T sound. 它们变成 D's. But with altitude, we do say the T's. Tough one.
啊，真的好难啊！可恶啊！所以在这个地方上面那个地方 latitude， 好，它的话是那个 T 的声音没有那么明显，有点像 D 一样的感觉。但是我们在这一段里面听到的 altitude 那个 T 的话 T 就很明显。altitude 指的是海拔的高度 ，OK， 我们不是讲这个地球的这个经纬度，我们讲的是海拔的高度。所以在这边这句话说 another essential factor， 好，另外一个极为重要的 essential 就是 important 的意思 ，is the presence of cirrus clouds， 好，也就是它有卷云的存在很重要 ，which are composed of。Be composed of 就是由什么所组成的 flat 平坦的 hexagon shaped 就是这种六角形的 ice crystals 六角形的冰晶 and found at high altitude 而且是在高海拔地区可以看得到，所以你可以想象一下，你看哦，所以要有卷云，因为卷云的话是有这种六角形冰晶，而且是扁平的，有点像是一个像镜子一样、三棱镜一样的东西，可以让光这样折射下去，那是必须要存在的。比较难的一个字就是 hexagon 指的是六角形的那种形状，你们可能听过 pentagon 五角大厦，又是美国的国防部，所以这个 hex 就是六的一个这个字根，那 penta P-E-N-T-A 就是呢五角形的五的这个字根，所以在这边的话，你可以稍微知道一下这些知识，以后看到的时候就不会觉得太害怕。
Yeah, if you really want to know, it's mono is one, M-O-N-O. Bi is B-I, that's two, like bicycle. Tri, T-R-I, is three, like tricycle. Then you got quad, Q-U-A-D, that's four. Penta, that's five. Anthony just told us. Hex is six, and then there's more. You also know ones like Oc, that's eight, O-C-T, October. And then December, D-E-C, is 10. There are lots of those. You will see them in the future. So if you remember a few of them slowly, it's not so scary when you need to learn all of them. Yeah. Okay? So essential means extremely important. We saw factor in paragraph 2. And to be composed of means to be made of something. Let's continue here. When the sun is at the right position, its light refracts through these ice crystals and creates the unique rainbow-colored band. So we talked about refract yesterday. 小心不是 reflect. This is refract, and this means to bend.
哎呀，没错，所以这个字最难的，我们还好，我们昨天有讲过这个字，对不对？哈 ，refract 就是指折射的意思。所以他这边讲说 ，When the sun is at the right position， 一旦太阳在正确的位置呢 ，its light refracts through these ice crystals。好，它这个地方呢，它就光线就会穿过这些冰晶 ，and creates the unique rainbow-colored band， 就会形成一种独特的这种色带、彩带一样的东西。一看到，哇，好像是这个加油站里面，你看到地上有很多那种，哇，好漂亮，只是在天空上。这老师举的例子，我觉得超级准确。
So, if it's rainbow-colored band, what color will we see on top? Red. What's the second color?
Orange.
There we go. What's the third one? Why? Yellow. Right? So Roy G. Biv, right? So, yes. All right. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got more Roy G. Biv talk. Okay, friends, welcome back to our final paragraph. So, when I was learning history, I love to learn about these unusual phenomena in history. Like, what were the signs that made people really worried? What were they looking for to see the future? And one thing that surprised me about this article is that this happens in the sky. And we know people in the past always looked at the sky to guess the future. I had never heard of this. So I'm like, how had I never heard of this thing? And so I asked some other people that I know also know a lot of history, and they didn't know about it. And that's because this fire rainbow, this idea, it comes from 2006. A reporter in 2006 came up with this word fire rainbow instead of circumhorizontal arc that we saw yesterday. And I guess most people don't know about it. So most people in history never talked about the fire rainbow.
所以说在这里的话，老师就提到说，他有常常会看到一些那个杂志啊，或者一些文章里面，然后谈到说，照理来讲，从古代到现在，大家都会有看天象的。那为什么好多人都没有听过或没有看过这个火彩虹这件事情呢？后来老师就提到说，原来这个火彩虹到后来慢慢红起来，是因为2006年呢，没错，2006年呢，有人在这个杂志里面啊，或者什么看到了有发表了这样的照片等等，才慢慢有这样的名称啦，这样的想法啦，好，才注意到这件事。所以在以前到现在，之所以没有人谈到这个事情，是因为可能没有人注意到，或者是没有人用过这个词汇，所以难怪大家提到的时候都不会去讲到这个词。
That's right. Here we go. Our final paragraph. 开头 although, so you know 你不能说 but 在那个逗号的时候 although fire rainbows most often occur around midday in summer, 不可以写 but, they remain difficult to spot. They are hard to see.
没错，所以这边这句话你看到说，虽然呢，好 ，although fire rainbows， 好，火彩虹 most often occur around midday in summer， 通常是在夏季正午的时候会出现，因为那个时候在太阳最高的位置嘛，对不对？然后这个地方逗号之后不能写 but， 他说 they remain difficult to spot， 但是呢，他们还是很难去看到。这个 spot 就是有在这边有东西哦，突然之间看到某个东西的话，可能会用 spot。你有时候玩过一个游戏，就是大家来找茬 spot the differences， 好，有两张图长得很像，然后你去找它的不同的地方，它会用 spot 这个字。They remain difficult to spot， 就是他们仍然很难被发现。
Our next sentence begins, their rarity makes them all the more impressive when they do appear. All the more means even more. 可以写下来. And rarity, we saw this word yesterday at the beginning of paragraph 1. It is a rare optical phenomenon.
没错，所以这边的话，你看到 rarity， 它就是来自于形容词 rare 这个字，去掉一之后加上 ity 这个名词字根，就变成了稀有性。好 ，their rarity makes them all the more impressive， 好像他们更加的珍贵，对不对？哈 ，when they do appear， 这个 do 就是 really 的意思，他们真的出现的时候，哇，更让人惊叹，因为太少看到了。
So write down rare, R-A-R-E, right here so you can remember. And that's it for today. We are done with March, so I hope you guys had a good month, and I hope you look for us again tomorrow? When's the next time we're on book club?
Yeah,
real
probably.
soon.
Yeah, real soon.
All right. For Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
And we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.